Coming up today on Studio 13 Live, we are just a few days away from Cinco de Mayo. Cookies with Tiffany is here to show us how to make her delicious churro cookie.
Plus, after seeing sunshine this last weekend, it's time to break out the fun makeup. Tiffany Colors is here to teach us how to incorporate bright colors into our routines.
And Villa Herrada is here to show us how to make some shakshuka at home. Studio 13 Live starts right now.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today.
Hello, and thank you so much for being here with us. We're just so excited to hang out with you. I'm Mireya Garcia.
And I'm Henderson. Today's National Teacher Appreciation Day. Do you have a teacher you want to shout out?
I have to shout out my mom because she's my own life teacher, but she's also been a teacher for years.
Amazing. What grade?
Yeah, so she's taught elementary school her whole career, I believe. And right now she is teaching pretty young kids to speak Spanish.
Oh, cool.
So yeah, it's like Latin parents or any parent that wants their kid to learn Spanish.
That's awesome. I got to shout out Mrs. Kurtz. She was my 7th grade teacher, and she was an English teacher, and she was an amazing, amazing teacher. She taught us this song to learn the helping verbs. And then when I went on to be a teacher in South Korea, I taught all my little students there the same song, and I sent her a video. It was just, it's kind of cool how that stuff sticks with you.
Absolutely. We love our teachers. So high fives to all the teachers out there. You are really doing some amazing work. All right, well, people may or may not have noticed, but we are wearing the Met Gala colors.
Yeah.
And you look fabulous, by the way.
You do
so
too.
sparkly.
Is it Chanel? You'll never know.
You'll never know. All right, the Met Gala was last night in New York, and guests were instructed to dress in honor of Karl Lagerfeld, and he is a longtime, of course, Chanel and Fendi designer, and he also has his own brand, you know, and he did die in 2019.
Yeah, so the gala takes place at the Metropolitan Museum of Art. Amazing, amazing art museum. It raises money for the Costume Institute, and with that being said, we have to talk about the looks from last night, so let's get into it. My very favorite look of last night was Halle Bailey. Ooh. How iconic, how angelic does she look? I mean, as we all know, in about 2.5 weeks, the Little Mermaid movie comes out. She's gonna be playing Ariel. And I like that she wasn't so on the nose with being, you know, sometimes I think when celebrities are promoting movies, they tend to dress like the characters.
Right, right.
I like that she did her own thing. I love this little halter dress and this feathery cape. I just thought she smashed it. She looks so gorgeous.
She does. Now, hear me out on mine here.
Okay.
This is a yes for me. Lil Nas X.
A little bedazzled.
Bedazzled bod.
X. He's cut.
He is. Okay, so he is Karl Lagerfeld's cat, which a couple of celebrities did. I do like this interpretation the best. Now, the Met Gala is known for being very costumey. Yeah. So I think he did just that.
Yeah, he really did. I mean, he is in such good shape. I'm sure he eats no carbs, no sugar, all protein and veggies there. My next one that I love was Florence Pugh. This is her very first Met Gala. And a lot of people were wondering, did she shave her head for this look? But it was actually for her upcoming movie, Dune, that's coming out soon. And I love, the dress is fine for me. For me, it's about the buzz cut and the tall, feathery hairpiece. It just looks
Do you love the hairpiece?
I don't know if I love it, but I love how kind of over the top it is. Because for me, if this is benefiting the Costume Institute, I want it to feel like a costume. And I absolutely loved it for that reason.
Interesting.
Yeah.
See, I'm going to have to disagree with you there.
You didn't like it?
I don't like the headpiece, especially because it was falling off of her head. But I do love the dress. I mean, it's a good dress.
It's a good dress. I saw the pictures from the after party, too, and she definitely changed into combat boots because you know that was not comfortable.
That is a Florence Pugh thing, though, and I love her for it. All right, this is a yes from me. Jenny from the Block, J-Lo. Now, I will admit, it is a little bit on the just like basic red carpet side. It's not really a costume, but I thought it was a classic sort of looking dress with a little bit of va-va-voom in the middle there. So I was a fan.
It feels very 90s to me with the waistline and everything. And I feel like that the way that her top looks almost reminds me of her Waiting for Tonight.
Yes,
you know, I feel like she rocks that cut so often. All right, so one that I was not feeling was Doja Cat. I'm sorry. I appreciate the kind of like, you know, over the top. I appreciate the prosthetics that she rocked. You know, obviously this is a little bit of a nod, paying homage to Carl's cat, Choupette. But it was difficult to hear her in interviews. She sounded very nasally. And it just kind of looked like a Who from Whoville.
Oh my gosh,
so this just was not it for me.
Doja Cat the cat.
Yeah.
I like the dress. I don't like the whole prosthetic thing.
Yeah.
All right, this is a no for me, not my jam. Kim K, who usually really goes over the top. I thought the dress really for me is that it looks so incredibly uncomfortable. We see the callback to Chanel, all the pearls, the white, and obviously she herself looks fabulous, but it just looks so incredibly uncomfortable. I could not imagine wearing this.
Yeah, it didn't do it for me too, especially when she was standing next to her sisters. It ended up making her look very short the way that it was cut. And then I saw her going out later and the pearls were breaking all over the streets and they were real pearls. So
oh my gosh.
I think her daughter North was picking some up, but hopefully other people pick them up and can make some money off of those pearls. I can't imagine just having those laying all over the streets of New York. Another no for me, I'm sorry, Jared Leto. You know, he does look just like Karl Lagerfeld's cat, Choupette, but he was dragging around this cat head all night that had to have been terribly hot. And for me, this just felt very, very on the nose. I like the more subtle nods to Choupette with the little cat handbags and things like this. To me, this was just kind of ridiculous.
It looks kind of freaky. Did you see that video of like a real dog that was staring at him?
No.
There was like some sort of security dog and it was like, what is this?
Dogs are like, should we be afraid of cats now?
Yes, but I will tell you, I think there was a point where they removed this and he was wearing a nice black ensemble.
Okay.
But like, I don't know, I thought the shtick went on a little long.
Yeah,
now,
exactly.
I love this next couple. They usually hit it out of the park, but for me, Nick Jonas, Priyanka Chopra, not a fan of these looks, I have to say. I feel like the basics are all there, but it hit me as just like a little bit boring.
It is boring.
And that's kind of the danger when you go with a lot of black and white, you know, as we saw on the red carpet. There were a few people who hit it with the red, you know, even some pink, which Karl Lagerfeld famously did not like, but you know, whatever.
Yeah.
And yeah, I just thought that one was a little too like, maybe not for the Met.
Yeah, it was like, oh, everything else was taken. Let's just get another fancy dress. And then that's what they put on.
I know, exactly. But who are we to talk?
Who are we to talk? We've got black and white on too. But we're not at the Met.
We're not at the Met. All right, well, guess what? Serena Williams and her hubby announcing that they're expecting another baby. She made this announcement on Instagram yesterday, right before the Met Gala. The couple, of course, already parents to 5-year-old Olympia, who is just a cutie. And in August of last year, you know, she announced that she was going to be stepping back from tennis to focus on her family, presumably, you know, because she was getting ready for baby number 2. So we're very excited for her. And it's just so amazing to me because it really is a testament to, you know, if you choose to have children, the way it does indeed impact your life. And, you know, you can be this amazing athlete as Serena is, but you do have to make adjustments, even if they are temporary adjustments, which I think, you know, every mama out there deserves a high five for if they do make that choice.
Absolutely. You know, with their first child being named Olympia, I got to give them some suggestions for baby number 2. Okay. Let's just like think this area. Tacoma. That could be a really cool name. I feel like that could go boy or girl. Kent would be a really cool name.
Yeah.
These all sound like celebrity names, right?
They do.
Everett for a boy.
I like Everett.
Or Ever for a girl. I don't know. I feel like they should just look at a map of the Seattle area, Pacific Northwest, choose the next baby name, because we've got some good names up here.
Do you think they'll name the baby Bothell?
I don't know if that's a
I like Bothell. That's my choice. Burien, maybe not Burien.
Baby Burien.
Beautiful place, baby name.
Maybe
I don't know.
not so
I don't
much.
know.
Yeah, we'll see. But much love to them. Carly Kloss also announced her pregnancy on the red carpet too. Yeah, such a fun, like dramatic way. I love it. Let's continue the cat conversation because a cat in Massachusetts is looking for a love story and for somebody to say yes. His name is a Taylor Swift fan, and he's a lover, according to the shelter. So the shelter says that he used to be named Screamer because he meowed loudly. They went for a little bit of a rebrand here when he was nervous or excited. But when staff started listening to Taylor Swift's album Midnights, as they should, he calmed right down with his affection for the cat-loving pop star. So they had a chance to change his name for what they hope will be his next era adoption.
Oh, very cute.
How about that for a rebrand?
Best of luck to that little kitty cat.
Yes. I mean, how great would it be to just jam out to music and have your animal be just as excited as you are?
They should have named the cat Midnight. I thought that would be cooler.
That would be a really good one.
If you adopt that cat.
Or
Midnight.
Karma.
Or Karma. I like it. We're
got
really
names for
good with
days.
names right now.
Well, Studio 13 Live wants to help you celebrate Mother's Day in style. We are sending 3 moms for makeovers at Chromatique Salon.
So let us know why your favorite mom deserves to be pampered for Mother's Day. All you got to do is log on to fox13seattle.com/contest. Tell us what they do to go above and beyond for their family. And then our panel of judges will pick 3 winners for a makeover. Now, you do have to be 18 years or older to send in a nomination. Prizes provided by Chromatique Salon, and you can find a complete contest rules and entry form on fox13seattle.com/contests.
All right, coming up next on Studio 13 Live, it's time to check in with our friends Jody and Bender from 95.7 The Jet.
Today we're talking about whether or not it's okay to snoop on your spouse.
Juicy.
Yeah, it sparked a discussion. That's coming up
You
next.
smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around like sun.
It is time to check in with our besties, Jody and Bender, for mornings on 95.7 The Jet. Hello, guys. How are you?
Hey.
How are you?
Good morning.
How was Greece? Welcome back.
Oh, thank you. Greece was amazing. I really had the time of my life, but I did miss everybody, including my besties.
We missed you too.
We're going to have to
Us while
discuss
you were there.
offline. Rachel and I actually have a trip lined up to go where you went in Greece, so we're going to have to find out the do's and the don'ts.
Yeah, I'll have the list ready for you.
Well,
Where
let's
do you
talk
guys-
about this. So the Writers Guild of America and the Alliance of Motion Picture and Television Producers, I hear they've just approved a strike. What can you tell us? What does this mean for us?
This is not good. So the Writers Guild of America, they've announced that, like you said, they came to an agreement that they're going to strike because they didn't come to an agreement with the Alliance of Motion Picture and TV Producers. And look, the writers, you take the writers out of the equation and we got nothing. The last time this happened was in 2007. It lasted 3.5 months, and we got a lot of reality TV and a lot of TV shows went away, and it was just bad. So when you think about this, right out of the gate, we're going to lose all of late night TV
Oh, no.
because that's obviously writer based, and from the monologues right down to everything else. SNL is going to be next. We don't think they're going to be on this weekend.
Yeah, Pete Davidson was supposed to come back and host, and it was going to be a big deal show, but it probably won't happen.
And then you're going to see network TV shows depending upon how many shows that the network has already banked. And then you're going to hit streaming. And apparently, insiders say that like HBO Max and Netflix, Hulu, they bank a lot of shows way in advance. So they may not feel the effects. And, you know, we'll see what happens. But yeah, so it looks like if this doesn't get worked out soon, that we're going to see some lasting effects here over the course of just the next month or so.
I guess James Corden bounced in time. He just finished his run.
Wrapped it up.
Yeah.
He
Just
did.
in time. That desk is gone, man. That's not coming back.
All right, so a little league in New Jersey is putting a new rule in place because they need to crack down on heckling parents. What is this about?
Jody, you're a baseball mom.
You guys, I'm telling you what, this happens in Seattle too. You get a couple angry parents and also coaches sometimes that don't like the officiating, which is sometimes done by people who are getting paid and mostly by people who are volunteering their time. And a lot of, West Seattle Little League, that's parents volunteering their time to ump. So you got people heckling, catcalling. This one small township in southern New Jersey decided, here's what we're going to do. If you get 2 waivers, then you have to volunteer to ump for at least 3 games.
What do you mean a waiver? So like, if
Like if you get in trouble, yeah.
Wow.
If you get in trouble 2 times for heckling, then you have to volunteer to be an ump. It's good and bad though, because it's good because it shows you how hard the job is and puts people's actions where their mouths are. But heckling parents may not be the best umpires. I'm just saying, like,
just because you get kicked out doesn't make you qualified
yeah, exactly.
to be an ump.
Yeah, you have to know how to do it. It's not as easy as that. I don't ump. but I always acknowledge the umps. You call them blue.
How often does somebody get kicked out of a game?
I've never seen it.
Really?
But I have seen coaches that deserve to be kicked out.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Coaches, not parents, and certainly not me. You know, I have wonderful manners.
Sure, of course.
Yeah.
Because
Always Jody.
Manners, the definition of manners would be Jody.
Right here.
That's right.
Right here. That's what I always think of. I think of manners. I think of Jody. An influencer is sharing her demands for her boyfriend. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, so she jumps online and she says, I have 54 demands for an ideal boyfriend. 54.
All right.
And the subject line said, am I being too picky? Right off the top, no kids. Okay. Wants to spend most of his free time with her. That he has to be very generous with gift giving. Very good self-esteem, no jealousy. Good management of your emotions. You got to be smart. Then it gets down to things like have a car, live alone, handsome, tattoos and piercings. You must be taller than her. You must always want to take pictures of her. You must constantly validate and compliment her. That he likes to travel. He doesn't drink, doesn't take drugs. Weed is okay, it says in parentheses. Get along with her family. You must not, under any circumstances, be very friendly with her friends.
Oh.
What's
Sounds
wrong
a little
with that?
controlling.
Oh, it's weird because remember, she says that he must be high self-esteem and not jealous, but it sounds like she is right out of the gate.
It doesn't apply to her.
And the last thing on the list, I skimmed through the 54.
Sure.
You must have a vasectomy.
Oh.
Oh.
Okay.
Look,
wow.
I feel like some of those things are legit, but most of them are kind of wild.
All of them compiled is a lot.
Yeah.
And it says not emotionally dependent or cursed.
Oh, no.
Sure.
My list was the same. Cursing is
Hey,
fine.
go Kraken!
Go
Tonight,
Kraken!
Go Kraken.
Game
I love it. Thanks, guys. Love talking to you.
See you later.
All right, so we got a weird one to talk about here, okay? It was a good thing we ended on that particular story with Jody and Bender because we got to know, is it okay to spy on your spouse? The New York Times ethics column asking this question.
Yeah, so the author says he recently snooped on his wife's phone and discovered dozens of texts she sent to coworkers and mutual friends, all saying awful things about him. He says he's scared to bring it up because it was an invasion of her privacy.
Okay, so social media is split on this one. Some people say that he just proved his wife right by snooping. Others say she's the loser for bad-mouthing her husband. Where do we stand here, Carly?
Yeah, I mean, I think they're both in the wrong here. Like snooping, you gotta know you're gonna find some things if you go down that route, right?
Yeah.
You gotta know, and something's probably already wrong and stirring in your head if you're gonna make the decision to snoop, but he found what he was looking for, and to be honest, that's probably worse than a lot of things that he could find on her phone too. No one wants to know that your partner doesn't have your back when they're talking to other people. Not
Absolutely.
cool, not cool.
So here's the thing. I think that in some circumstances, snooping is acceptable. Why? Because you're sharing a life. And I think the idea that, now I'm not saying invade someone's privacy all the time, but if you're curious, why wouldn't you be able to look, one, and two, if you find something because you go looking for it, then there's a problem that should have been addressed and it's not being addressed. So then you have to come to terms with whether or not you're going to continue in that relationship or if you need a bounce, you know, and sometimes that's more difficult said than done, right? But I think that he's got to bring it up. And I don't think that like hiding that you snooped it corrects any of the other problems that you found.
Yeah, and also like her saying, you invaded my privacy is not the biggest problem because that's definitely going to be the response when we get there.
It is.
Oh man, heated topic there. What can make it better? Probably some cookies. Coming up on Studio 13 Live, one of our favorites is back. It's time for Cookies with Tiffany.
Today we are learning how to make some fun treats for Cinco de Mayo. That is coming up next.
Every holiday needs a special treat to go along with it, don't you think?
Absolutely. And with Cinco de Mayo on Friday, we had to bring in our very own cookie expert.
Yes, joining us in studio now is Tiffany Lewis, Chief Cookie Officer, also known as Cookies with Tiffany. Best title ever. Good to see you again.
It's so nice to be here. I always love seeing both of you, and I always love making cookies with both of you.
Yes.
Us too.
So fun. And we know that we are going to have a good time when you're here. So Talk to us about the cookies we're making today.
Yes, so we're making our churro cookies today. So this is in tribute to Cinco de Mayo. Whether or not you're celebrating though, a churro to me is very nostalgic. So I have a lot of memories of going to Disneyland with my family and my siblings and I overindulging on churros because they're so good. But if you know a churro, it has that chew and it has the taste. So it's like chewy and crispy on the outside, but chewy on the inside, and cinnamony and mapley and delicious. I've recreated that in a cookie that you can see right there. It's delicious and you're gonna love it. So shall we just jump right in?
Let's do it.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so in my mixer here, I already have the sugar, brown and white sugar, and butter. I've been creaming this. So you wanna use the best butter you can find, unsalted, because you wanna be able to control your salt. So that's what's happening in here. So what we're gonna do is a couple different things. We have maple syrup. That's what's gonna give it that like really incredible depth of flavor that you're like, oh, this is a churro cookie. You don't really think about it when you try a churro, right? But it's maple syrup. And then we have an egg, and we're gonna use vanilla bean paste today. So it's a little bit thicker and syrupy in consistency than like vanilla extract, but there's sugar in it. And you can put that in your oatmeal. And I didn't either until I did. And then I use it. You can put it in your coffee, your oatmeal, your cookies, whipping cream, like creme anglaise. I mean, we're gonna get fancy. Frosting for the next birthday cake you're making, whatever. So that's what we're gonna use there. And then we have our flour ingredients here and cinnamon. This cinnamon came all the way from Vietnam.
Oh, wow.
From a friend of mine, Geraldine. She brought this back to me, and it is so delicious. You have to smell this, and then we'll get it. I'm sorry, you just got to smell the cinnamon.
Oh, it smells
so good. Okay, so what we're going to do, one of you is going to help me whisk this together. We're going to add in our cinnamon. I already have your soda and your salt in there. And then I'm going to have you, do you want to come and join me over here? We're going to get cozy.
Sure, let's do it.
Okay. So show everybody how beautiful this is. You're going to pour it in here nice and high. And then we're going to add that actually right into your egg.
Okay.
Oh my
gosh,
God.
it's like molasses
okay.
almost. That's okay.
Look at that.
I believe you should put vanilla in recipes with reckless abandon.
Yes,
I think so.
do it.
Okay.
Yes.
And do I mix this?
Yeah, no, you're okay. One more teaspoon.
Oh, one more.
And then we're going to use my
Okay.
fork because, you know, let's use the gadgets in your home. Perfect.
Love it.
So yeah, that's so good in your coffee too. Oh my gosh.
Yum, I'm going to have to try that.
Yes, I'll take all those for you. Okay, now what you're going to do is you're going to take your little fork, you're going to whisk that together, and then we're going to add it into the mixture with your maple syrup. So always use like the best maple syrup you can find. I like organic, pure maple syrup. If you have any friends in Vermont, have them bring you maple syrup.
A girl from my high school actually offered to send me maple syrup from
You tell your
Vermont
friend
because
yes that you want it, and you want it, and then you're going to bring me some too, right?
Okay, of
course. Okay, so pour that in here with your maple syrup.
Okay.
Perfect. Now, some people ask me, like, where do you get this inspiration for these cookies, right? And I would say that sometimes it's a holiday, sometimes it's a season, sometimes it's an ingredient, like blueberries are in season or something like that.
Yeah.
Today, like, this is nostalgic. Nostalgia always has to be that common thread, right?
Yeah.
It always has to be something that reminds you of your youth or reminds you of something. We're gonna mix this together. So that nostalgia is something that's so fun to have that, like, common thread all the way throughout.
Yeah.
So every cookie we make has that in there.
I love that.
So you're doing a great job whisking there. Awesome. Your cinnamon's in there, perfect.
Yes.
We're creaming this together. Now you can find these cookies at our bake shop, and we're going to be in 4 farmers markets this summer.
Oh, I love that.
Yes.
Which ones?
So Ballard, Issaquah Farmers Market, Bellevue Farmers Market, and Mercer Island Farmers Market,
wonderful.
and our bake shop, of course. So
I might just have to go to all those farmers markets.
I
and
think
stop and
you
get a cookie.
should. Come and get a cookie. Come to our little bake shop. Okay, do you want to pour that in there?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, and then we're gonna just bop over here. I'm gonna show you how we're gonna bring all of this to life.
All of it?
All of this. Yes, you got it. Perfect. It's okay. You know what? We're baking. You gotta
spilled a
have
little
fun. If you get a little messy, that's what this is for.
Oh, good.
There you
Good.
go.
There we go.
Yes,
All
you're
fixed.
good. Put it on low. Okay, so let's move this. So what we're gonna do now is I'm gonna take this mix. So basically what you would do here is turn that off, and then you're gonna mix it all the way through, and then you'll kind of come to this step. But we're in the magic of television. We're just gonna come right over here, and this is gonna come here, and then we're gonna scoop it. This is my little cinnamon sugar there.
Cute.
So there's that. And then I'll do one, I'll let you guys do the rest.
Wonderful.
So we can do a little scoop here. Okay, have you been baking anything recently at home?
I had a failure of a cake, but that's okay.
I bought some like store-bought cookie dough and added M&Ms to it. Does that count?
Great, yes.
It's
Absolutely.
a good story. And a
You know
sprinkle of
what?
salt on the top.
That's the thing about baking is that you gotta like make it your own, right?
Yeah.
Like have fun, make it your own.
So should we get right in
yes,
here?
Go
Yeah.
scoop and then put
This
it in
is
your
like
cinnamon sugar mixture. So that's just cinnamon and sugar, and then you could roll it or you can just leave it flow however you want it. Make this
I like
yours.
rolling it. This
you
is
do
great.
you.
Yours is such a
Yes.
perfect circle there.
Perfect. The most important thing when you're baking is that you use the same size scoop so that like everything bakes out the same.
Can we try one of these before
Could
we
you
go?
please? Yes.
Yeah. Tiffany Lewis, thank you so much
Thank
as always.
you for having us.
My childhood, right
Isn't it?
there.
Is that a
Soft these
churro?
are. This is so good.
I know, chewy, delicious. It checks all the boxes.
And we do have a link for more information on Cookies with Tiffany, fox13seattle.com/studio13live.
Coming up,
Yeah.
one Tiffany to another. Tiffany Colors is joining us next to show us how to incorporate bringing spring colors into our makeup. We'll see you in just a minute. Hey, it's time for IDK, where we learn how to do things that we may not know how to do. And we just got our first taste of spring this past weekend. So you know what? It's time to break out the beautiful colors.
And it smells so good right now with
Yeah.
these beautiful flowers too. Okay, so joining us for some ways to incorporate some bright colors into our makeup, stylist Tiffany Colors.
Hi.
Welcome back.
Hi, thank you for having me.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Okay, go ahead.
So talk to us about how we can incorporate these bright colors.
Okay, so first, where to get it, thrivecosmetics.com. And what I love is Carissa Bodner. She was a Seattle native, so she kind of understands the atmosphere of how we want to wear color, but we're afraid of it, but we want to see it, but we don't.
Right.
So with that said, we're jumping into eyelashes.
Okay.
So what I love about her mascara, this is a liquid lash extension. So we've been seeing everybody getting lash extensions, but
Yes.
maybe we don't want to go in every other week and get them glued.
Yeah.
So what I love about this technology, it has an orchid stem cell technology inside of it. So it hydrates the eyelash. And then also, you can build the eyelashes. And while you do that, it has a tube technology. So it seals around the eyelash, hydrates it. And then when you're ready for it to come off, you kind of rinse your eyes and you pull the little baby tubies off. So it's not wiping all over the place.
I like the brush on that too.
I do too.
Yeah.
It actually can get a very close grip up to the root of the eyelash, and you wiggle
Yeah.
it back up. So
Very
that's
nice.
what
Well,
I
your
love about
lashes
them.
look amazing, so that's what you're wearing. It's a good advertisement.
Okay, so the next one is where we're going to put a pop of color. This is your long wear. It's a waterproof, semi-waterproof liner.
I love it.
And what I love about it is it does roll up. It does have a baby little sharpener that comes in the back end, so you can pop it right out. And blending, blending, blending. If you want to play with color, you also have to blend. So you're going to use that little rubber. It's a little rubber angle, so it's not too much of a soft cushion, and it will give you that flick that we're looking
Okay.
for.
Lovely.
Couple of the colors. Lizzie's kind of a mossy color. Jade is, well, jade.
Yeah.
And then you've got your plums up at the top, Alejandra and Juliana. And I love both of those. And then there's Talia. So those are blues, mossy greens, and plums.
I love
Okay.
a blue eyeliner. I
I-
do love that.
I do too, and it's so gorgeous with a darker eye. The browns, the hazels, and the greens
Yeah.
really kind of gives it that push. Both of your guys'
Okay. Perfect. Sweet.
So now we've got highlighter.
Okay.
And there's a lot of times where we're confused, like how do I put this highlighter? Now
Yes.
this is called Triple Threat, and it's a color called Miko, and I love it because everybody can wear it. And where you want to put highlighter is on the C curvature. So you want to start, give me a little smile. This would be the little kind of tuft area where you want to start. It's kind of the fatty part.
Okay.
And then when you want to pull it all the way up above the eyebrow bone, and then you would blend,
You
blend,
can do
blend.
it on me if you want
Oh, I
to.
can?
Yeah,
Okay,
go
I'm
for
like,
it.
can I? So you're gonna notice that it's
Beautiful.
really, really sheer. But what it does is it attracts light. So when you turn your face, you kind of get a little bit of a sheen.
Oh, that
You
looks
see it?
good, girl.
So it's invisible, but
Look
it's
at that
not. So you
compared to
can't
that.
see it until you can. Thank
I
you, light.
love
Give me a
Love
cheekbone.
that.
Thank you.
I'll finish it off once we're done. And then where you want to go is your lip tints. I don't want you to be afraid. Now, I'm wearing Anna, so if you can zoom in and you'll see how really dark that looks.
Yeah.
But when you see it on my lip, it's super sheer.
sheer.
So there's that tint that we're going with. That's Anna. Melissa is a really kind of nudie color, and then we go to Ruth. And I love Ruth because she has also a little bit of a shimmer.
Oh, cute.
But you will notice that she's also very nude. So it's like color, but with a little bit of shimmer.
Just a little extra for
Yes.
spring.
Yeah.
And then that allows me to jump into glitter.
Yes, please.
And this is so perfect that you have this on
Yes.
today. So, okay, so this is by lemonhead.la. So you're going to go www.lemonhead.la because I was like .com and it's no, it's LA.
Okay.
But what I love about this brand is that it's vegan.
Love that.
Its base is marshmallow root and kelp. So when you're putting on your skin, you're actually getting some yummy vitamins.
Seems good.
And then what I also love about it is that you can wipe it away. So it's got, can I use your hand?
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay. So this one I love. It's sea punk, which I thought would be perfect for our Kraken. It's perfect for our
Look at that
Mariners.
color.
So cute.
You can get really heavy coverage if you want for your eyelid. You would just keep on reapplying, keep on reapplying. Or you can spread it out and you can have just a little flirt with it.
You know what this is perfect for? Taylor Swift. The summer.
That's so cute.
I like this one too. It's called Sunset Strip, and it's a little bit more of a iridescent kind of sheer, but it still does grab color.
I love that one too.
And then how you take it right off is, this is my favorite brand. It's the Neutrogena. It doesn't have any fragrance free. You can get it at Bartell Drugs, which my daughter did for me last night. I was like, while you're there, grab it for me. And then all you want to do is just take the wipe, and when you wipe glitter, you do not go back and forth. You go in one direction.
Gotcha.
wow.
Oh, okay.
Isn't that amazing?
Just one, not back and forward.
So did you see how I keep on going back and unfolding it and I'm just
Same,
wiping
but the
it
same.
forward? And then you can go ahead
Oh,
and
this
just
is
get it
fun.
to go to the bye-bye.
These are awesome.
This is so fun.
So these can be added on top of anything. I say yes to glitter. I say yes to glitter all the way through the season. So you've got your summer, you've got your spring, and just a little trickle into Halloween season.
I say
love
yes to
that.
all of it. You
Yeah.
help us learn so much about makeup. I love it. Thank you so
love
much.
makeup.
Well, you're so great at it, Tiffany. Thank you so much. We posted a link to her website at fox13seattle.com/Studio13 Live. And still ahead on Studio 13 Live, 2 viewers are competing in pop quiz trivia for a chance to win prizes.
And we'll let you know how you can get in on the fun from home. We'll be right back.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait.
It is time for Pop Quiz, and we have 2 viewers at home competing for a chance to win some prizes.
And we are joined by our trivia host with the most, Brian McMillan. Hi,
So
Brian.
excited to bring this segment back here, and we got 2 great contestants today. Today we're joined by, let's see here, Mary and Ashley. They're both competing for a chance to win a McDonald's gift card. Mary is going to be with Mireya. And Mary, you have 2 kids, 14 years apart. How old are your kids?
Yes, I have a 23-year-old and a 9-year-old. I was this close to being done, and I got lucky.
I love it. And Ashley, you are turning 30 in 2 weeks. Congratulations. Happy early birthday. What are you going to do to celebrate?
I think I'm actually going to go check out Pike Place Market because I've never been there.
Oh, that's a great thing to do.
Lots of good
Gotta
stuff
hit
there.
that up. That's
Yeah.
fantastic. All right, here's how this is going to work. I'm going to ask each of you 4 questions. They are all multiple choice. You have 15 seconds to answer. If you need help, you can ask Carly and Mireya. Mary, you are with Mireya. She is your helper. And Ashley, you are with Carly. She is your helper. Are you guys ready to play Pop Quiz?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right, let's do this. The category is the month of May.
It's gonna be May. It's already May.
Yep, here we go.
It's already May.
All right, let's see here. Mary, you're up first. Mary, what day in May is considered Star Wars Day? Is it A, May 2nd, B, May 4th, C, May 15th, or D, May 21st?
B, May 4th.
May 4th is correct. Yes, may
Yeah.
the 4th be with you.
That's right.
Absolutely. All right, Ashley, you're up. Mayflower was a ship that transported whom from England to the United States in 1620? Is it A, the Pilgrims, B, Christopher Columbus, C, the Vikings, or D, pirates?
B, Christopher Columbus.
Oh, I'm sorry, that's wrong. It's actually the Pilgrims. The Pilgrims. All right. So it's 1-0 here. Mary's in the lead. That's okay. There's still a lot of time to catch up. Here we go, Mary. What band was Brian May famously a part of? Was it A, Boston, B, Queen, C, Poison, or D, Journey?
I'm going to have my friend Mireya help me out.
All right.
I'm going to say
Mireya
a
just went,
queen.
no.
Look, you are so smart and beautiful, and I love you so much, but I don't know this answer at all.
Okay.
At all.
I believe he was just put in the Hall of Fame.
Okay, can I see? Can we see the?
It is A, Boston, B, Queen, C, Poison, or D, Journey.
Okay, so I'm gonna go with D, Journey.
Okay, all right. What do you think here, Mary? You gonna go with Mireya?
I'm going to go with Queen.
Queen is actually correct.
yes,
It is Queen. It is Queen. Wow.
You didn't need me.
Very nice. Okay, yeah, Queen. All right, Ashley, you're up. What season is May in Earth's southern hemisphere? Of course, we're in the northern hemisphere, so what season are we in the southern hemisphere right now? Is it A, winter, B, spring, C, summer, or D, autumn?
Oh, I'm gonna ask Carly for help.
Okay, Carly, what do you think?
I would think autumn because it would be reverse, right?
Okay. Do you want to go with what Carly said there, Ashley? What do you think?
Yes.
It is autumn. Yes, you are correct. You are correct. All right. All right. So what's our score now, Carly? You're keeping track
Mary's
here.
got 2, Ashley has 1.
Okay, perfect. All right, Mary, you're up next. Cinco de Mayo celebrates the Mexican victory over what country in 1862? Is it A, France, B, the United Kingdom, C, the United States, or D, Spain?
Okay, I have, I'm going to guess France.
France is right.
France.
Yes, that's correct.
No way.
Yes,
Oh,
France
wow.
is
Lucky
right.
lady.
Yeah, good guesser.
I don't know. Were you a little unsure about that one? That seemed like a guess.
I had no idea. No clue.
Nicely done. Nicely done. All right, Ashley, you're up here. What famous horse race occurs every year on the first Saturday of May? Is it A, the Belmont Stakes, B, the Preakness Stakes, C, the Kentucky Derby, or D, the Breeders' Cup?
I'm gonna say C, the Kentucky Derby.
That is correct. It is the Kentucky Derby. I've always wanted to go to the Kentucky
I have
Derby.
too.
So fun.
Get a
wouldn't it
fun
be
giant hat.
Yeah,
Do men do that too?
Can I wear a big giant
You
hat?
can wear whatever you want.
By the way, cool cowboy hat,
Yeah.
mint julep. Yeah, absolutely. All right, Mary, you're up. Which famous bridge opened on May 27, 1937, making it the largest suspension bridge in the world at that time? Is it A, the Brooklyn Bridge, B, the 7 Mile Bridge, C, the Golden Gate Bridge, or D, the George Washington Bridge?
1937. Perhaps the Golden Gate Bridge.
That is right, the Golden Gate Bridge.
Dang,
It was
she's on
actually the
fire.
largest suspension bridge in the world until the 1960s, so it owned the title for almost 30 years there. All right, Ashley, you're up. Here we go. Which weather phenomenon occurs more in May, on average, than any other month? So which weather phenomenon occurs more in May, on average, than any other month? Is it A, hurricanes, B, tornadoes, C, earthquakes, or D, solar storms?
Ooh, I'm gonna say D, solar storms.
I'm sorry, that's wrong. It is tornadoes.
Oh,
Tornadoes
really?
occur more in May than any other. Of course, we don't get that many up here in Washington.
Yeah.
Only 2
goodness.
on average every year. And final total?
It's Mary.
Mary
4-2.
wins it. Congratulations,
Yeah.
Mary. And thank you so much for playing, Ashley. It was so great to have you both. If you want a chance to enter here to win fun prizes, you can head to fox13seattle.com/contests and then just click on the Studio 13 Live Pop Quiz. You enter your email. It's as easy as that. We'll give you a call and get you on the show.
Mary should play the lotto. That
No
woman
kidding.
can guess.
I feel like she guessed at least 2 of those and
Oh,
got
yeah.
them right.
Yeah,
So,
absolutely.
Hey,
All
good
right,
job.
still ahead, we are learning how to make some shakshuka with Villa Harada.
And we are going to find out what the key is to making the perfect dish at home right after the break. It's time for Emerald Eats, where we highlight amazing food.
And today we are joined by Mehdi Boujrada at Villa Harada. And not a restaurant, by the way, but an award-winning maker of some amazing Moroccan and Levantine pantry items. They help ensure that chefs really make some delicious foods. And you were actually just sharing with us that a lot of the people we've had on the show you provide this for.
Indeed, yeah. Very good friend of mine. I watched your show a few times this week to
You've
practice.
been seeing all your friends,
all
yeah.
my homies in
That's
there. Yeah,
great.
so that was a great surprise. Yeah.
That's amazing. So I hear you're making shakshuku today.
Yes.
For someone that's never had that before, how do you describe this dish?
It's a very simple dish. It's just eggs on a tasty tomato sauce. So it's all the secret is in the tomato sauce. It has to be very fragrant with some spices. Sometimes we use meatballs in it, prawns, crab, some Moroccan dried meats, and eggs.
Very
That sounds
cool.
great. And this is something I've never seen before.
Yeah, what is
This
this?
is a Moroccan clay pot. It's called a tagine, and it's pretty amazing. It
Kind of like a Dutch
captures-
oven, right?
Exactly, yeah.
Look at that.
It's the national Moroccan dish.
Does it take longer to heat up or is it quicker?
It takes a little bit longer, but once the heat is there, it's pretty intense. It captures heat pretty
And
well.
everything is so tender when it's done. I
Yeah.
love it.
Well, let's get started. Let's show
so
us what to do here.
because the whole thing is the sauce. So I started the sauce earlier, otherwise it will take a little bit longer.
Okay.
And I just cracked some eggs here. And the beauty of it is that you can control how you want your eggs. If you want them a little bit runny, a little bit like almost like a frittata, cooked, not cooked. You can also mix them as an omelet or scrambled. So I made two options. This one is going to be just plain shakshuka, and this for you guys, if you are adventurous, we're going to add some harissa, which is a Moroccan,
Ooh, I am
North African
adventurous. Very
hot
nice.
sauce. And so this one should be ready in a few minutes.
That's
and
awesome.
I also brought you guys some little sides, so it's
Oh,
not
wonderful.
just the
I
eggs.
was wondering if this
We
was part
love
of the
little
dish or what it
Yeah,
was.
and we can combine some of our products. So if
Wonderful.
you guys want to help me,
Yeah, let's
or
do it.
jump
Sure.
in, so
Just
we
tell
have-
us what to do.
This is just some feta, and we're gonna add some za'atar, which is a Middle Eastern. It's like the Middle Eastern Italian seasoning, but much healthier. It's got
Yeah.
some
Okay.
beautiful items in it, like Syrian thyme, sesame seeds, sumac.
Beautiful.
Cool. Should we reach
You
in or
guys-
just
I got,
shake
I
it?
got another
Oh,
spoon
okay.
for you guys.
Just
so,
reach
yeah,
in.
it's
I mean, it's not like
Yeah,
my
you
house,
This is
right?
mine.
This is too much.
No, that's not all.
This is good?
Let's put some
Okay.
here.
I've sanitized my hands
much-
before this,
you're
guys.
good.
Come on. How's that?
Love
Yeah, it's
that. Ooh, and
Okay.
it smells
Maybe
amazing.
the whole thing.
Oh, the whole thing? Okay.
Throw it
So
on there,
good.
babe.
It's like good sesame seeds, and then you're gonna drizzle. You're gonna be very generous
okay,
with olive
yeah.
oil.
Wonderful.
Oh my gosh, it smells so good.
So
Those
everybody's,
seasonings.
we always hear put a drizzle on it, and a drizzle. There's
Drizzle is like a
No,
gulp in
it's
my
a
gulp,
language.
yeah.
Good olive oil, though. I mean, you
That's
want
good for you. So I'm gonna add some oil, but honestly, it's not an oil. It's the juice of the fruit. So it's
Yeah.
very healthy for you.
Wonderful.
Yeah, I mean, in the morning, like we consume alcohol.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought I was
We need to be more,
generous.
yeah.
More.
A little bit more.
And then do you dip the bread in it or do you cut pieces of it? How does it
you
work?
cut- yeah,
I
you
hate
cut
to say
into
it, that is not a drizzle.
That is half a bottle.
That is half a cup.
Half a bottle.
But it's going to taste so good.
I know it is.
Yeah, it's really, really good. It's very simple. You can also add some honey into it. Oh,
Yes.
It's amazing, for like a little appetizer. This is charmoula. It's a Moroccan sauce made with sun-dried tomatoes, cilantro, parsley, garlic, olive oil again, preserved lemon, which is a Moroccan
All things I
pickle.
love.
How did you fall in love with food like this?
Well, I've always loved food since my childhood. I was obsessed, like asking my parents to take me to parties where there's good food, even though the age difference was so. I was like 7 years old, wanting to hang out.
You want to go to the cool adult parties, yeah.
It's a birthday, wedding, take me. I gotta eat because there's like a special ceremonial food. And when I came here, it's like the immigrant syndrome. The first thing you go to is your food because you get nostalgia.
Yes,
of
you also want to
course.
respectfully share your cuisine with the hosting country, and also like there's some you see how underrepresented your cuisine is.
Yeah.
You wanna do a little bit of ambassadorship as well.
And the thing that I really love, especially when you're like coming into a different country, is that you can use your spices on what's readily available wherever you are.
Exactly.
So you get that feel of home,
Yeah,
I think that's really wonderful.
sure.
Yeah.
All righty.
So
next?
if you want to add some of these olives here, get your fancy olive spoons. You don't get
Brian,
the
your
wire.
turn.
Where am I putting this?
You're gonna put it here.
Okay.
There.
And what is that?
So that's charmoula. So
Yeah.
it's a spread made with sun-dried tomatoes. So it's almost like the
probably a lot.
chimichurri of Morocco. It's everywhere. It's
okay.
Do I put a
fish.
drizzle of olives on this?
Yes. You're gonna have to put a drizzle of olive oil.
Okay.
Olive oil is
His
everywhere.
kind of drizzle.
Olive oil's on
Everywhere
Put it
it
in
goes,
there.
yes.
All right.
And then the last thing, we're going to speed up here, and then we can do some.
Just tell me when to stop. I'm
Yeah,
going to
that's
keep going.
perfect.
Good. You You learned from my mistake.
We're gonna do a little bit of harissa here, so it's a little bit spicy, and then we're just gonna crack some eggs.
Okay.
I think this one should be ready, so that as you see the result, it's not too like the eggs are not too runny, not too hard. Then we're gonna also add a little bit of cilantro and some
Beautiful. And do you kind of spoon the sauce, sort of like a soup?
Oh, yeah, so we eat it with bread. So we cut the bread, you scoop with your hands,
Awesome.
And there is a whole protocol about eating with hands in Morocco. You only use your 3 fingers, and your fingers never touch your mouth.
Which 3 fingers?
So it
The
becomes
middle
your spoon.
ones?
These 3.
Oh,
And
these
the bread
3.
is the vessel, and they gotta stay dry.
Okay.
I know it's very hard.
Okay.
Well, we'll try.
But you know what? When you're at home, do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Exactly. That's the beauty of cooking, is that you can do whatever you want.
I love it.
Oh, look at how fresh that looks. Oh my
You
goodness.
can, you can chop it thinner if you would like. That's totally
Yeah.
fine. And you guys, if you want to dig in, please go ahead.
Okay.
We have some beautiful bread that we made.
Great.
Flat bread.
Only
has
3
some,
fingers.
Only.
Oh, yeah.
Sesame
3
seeds.
Are you
fingers
supposed
only.
to rip the bread apart? How does it work?
Yeah. Go ahead. Yeah.
Okay.
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 So now we're friends because we broke bread.
Yes.
And what can we?
And then what do
should
we
we
do?
try here?
Yeah, so just go like this.
Okay.
I also try the za'atar by itself.
Yum.
And then also to break some feta. You can also try it.
Amazing.
Oh, yum.
That's so good. I love those spices.
Yeah, it's good.
I love this. Amazing.
We've got about 30 seconds left.
Okay.
So tell us a little bit more about where people can find your products.
You can get them
Sorry,
from,
we're all.
excuse me, Met Market. Some Thriftway, some QFCs, De Laurentiis, Chef Shop, our website as well.
Beautiful.
Amazing.
And Amazon, of course.
Excellent. And
Great.
of course, we do have more information posted on our website, fox13seattle.com/Studio13 Live.
Yes. Don't forget, if you have a restaurant or bar you think we should feature on the show, definitely let us know. Studio 13 Live at fox.com. Go have an amazing day, and we will see you tomorrow. We're going to eat all this now. Bye.
I wanna see you smile, take you another mile. Don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait, don't gotta wait today. It's happening all around, like sunshine through the clouds.